Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, happy holidays. It's about to go down, for those that do that, right? Not just celebrate because everybody else celebrating. You know what I mean? Get your celebrating on, right? But let's talk a little bit of boxing. I couldn't say the weight. Normally I say, well, let's talk a little middleweight. So talk a little heavyweight. Because, do go around. The fighter of the year is Canelo Alvarez. All right? It's the fighter of the year. Ring Magazine, the boxing Bible, right? So they list count. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo Alvarez is, fighter of the year. Um, Bam. Right? Come in here thinking, you know, that I think Canelo is fighter of the year. Bazinga. Simple as that. Right? I don't believe that, and that means you knew, because you would already know that didn't sound like nothing I'm about to say. Right? Fighter of the year. Listen, Ring Magazine, there's an affiliation. They're affiliated with, Golden Boy Promotions and, Oscar De La Hoya, and there's Canelo. So it's basically their thing. But I think they should have extra done something like, we're not going to do that, just extra, because we are affiliated and we got some issues with the, the racist emails, right? Stuff like that. So you probably, you know, don't want to just do Canelo unless he really kind of deserves it. Now, you would know that Canelo fans would agree and a casual fan might agree. So therefore, people that know something, they're in the minority. So we're just doing this. But Canelo fought Daniel Jacobs in May, winning a good fight, close fight, could be readdressed at another location, for example. Right? But no, Canelo got the nod in that fight, in a close fight. But taking Daniel Jacobs' fight, much props. Because, I just don't think he was going to do that. He at least got in there. Jacobs would have probably had to do more to get a fight against Canelo. We seem to have just accepted that. Canelo would never, ever be on the wrong end of a decision or a close fight or anything like that. And we all know it, so it's not, well, I don't have to go into when it's happened. It's just basically everyone knows that. Even the pundits, mainstream pundits, will tell you, hey, you're going to have to do something against Canelo. You're not going to get a decision against Canelo here and this and that. So Daniel Jacobs, just being in a good fight with Canelo, you ain't getting it. But he was in a good fight with Canelo. We know that because of what he did to Chavez Jr. lately, right? So, that fight. Then we had a fight in, what was it, beginning of November, right? With Sergey Kovalev. Now you go up 2 weight divisions to get Sergey Kovalev. After fighting Daniel Jacobs, you go up 2 weight divisions to fight Sergey Kovalev, the Crusher. Sounds cool if you leave it there, now doesn't it? Now Jacobs was a close fight. Could have went either way, basically, but a close fight. Canelo is his. Nobody even asked to be readdressed, but he did fight him on May. His date that he likes to fight is in September, right? We know Canelo fights in May and September, right? Because after May, Weather left, right? Then I'm gonna take them dates because Mayweather the brother took the Mexican dates, beating up Latinos, right? So a lot of hate was going on. He got paid. Boom. So the next best star, get out the way. Mayweather is my dates now. Well, September 14th or whatever, he didn't want to fight then, right? He was ready, but the problem would have been he had an undisputed fight against Demetrius Andrade. Undisputed fight. He could have done on September 14th. He waited for their fight, right, at the end of August to even decide who they was going to fight, waiting for Sergey Kovalev versus Anthony Yarde, the winner, to fight them, go 2 weight divisions up, and give Sergey Kovalev 8 weeks to prepare. Right? 8 weeks to prepare. Rehydration clause. And Sergey Kovalev was hurt in that fight against Anthony Yarde. Damn near stopped. So you have to recover. All that instead of fighting for undisputed. And these pundits know that. So that's why I ignore them. I told you, Ring Magazine, whatever. Just totally ignore it. You know these things. Don't need somebody on the internet somewhere nobody can't find to tell you something like that. Right? He didn't fight for undisputed. We could have one middleweight champion. So that's it for you right there at that point. That's it. You can't be fighter of the year with all these other fighters of the year. You could just be, I had a pretty good year. And then leave it at that. This exalting like ain't nobody else done something similar. And here's the deal. You take out Daniel Jacobs spectacularly, and then body blow Kovalev in round 2 or 3 or something like that, then we have a whole different conversation. But to ignore Demetrius Andrade in an undisputed fight in middleweight division, and to be able to do that on this Mexican holiday, and it just simply ignore it, and all of boxing ignores all of that, that's ridiculous, right? To just say it, put it mildly. So therefore, no, I don't think he's the fighter of the year, but he's a good fighter, but not fighter of the year. Now, you got in your weight division, right? The weight division that he's at, 2 undefeated champions. I don't think the fighter of the year should have in his weight division 2 undefeated champions. At that, scream calling your name from 2 weight divisions, from 154 and 160. They're both in his division. I don't think the fighter of the year needs some stuff like that. Right? You got to be like, I'm the baddest in my division, and don't nobody really want none, or I just got one fight to unify, and I'm negotiating it now. Something. I can't be the baddest in all of boxing, and in my division, there's people who screaming my name that are undefeated champions. They'll be calling me out for at least 2 years. That just, you're out of the conversation. It's like blasphemous right now to have him there. You know what I'm saying? To have him there. Now, if he fight Demetrius Andrade, right, he's going to get hit, and he's probably going to lose the fight on points, but he's not going to lose the fight. Andrade probably ain't going to knock Canelo out. Canelo should try to fight him, right? Because if you're not knocked out, you're going to get the nod anyway. In that fight, Canelo's punch resistance will be on display because he's going to get hit a lot, even though he's going to move, they make him miss sometimes, but Andre going to pepper him up. Canelo's shots to the body are going to get celebrated. All of a sudden, his punch resistance is going to be celebrated, and he's going to be outpointed. We're all going to know it, but he's going to get the decision or a draw against Andre. Nothing's going to really happen bad to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the same thing, but it just Andre needs to be where everybody can see what level he's on, right? And then it's not even just fight Andre. It's about you could have made it all belts, had every belt. What he was saying earlier, until the wrong names, right? People want to be WBC champion Canelo, and then what happens when it's Charlo, who's been waiting forever? They make him the franchise champion. Right? They make him the franchise champion. Just new things you don't know about, neither do I. And they just say, hey, with this thing, it's not even a belt. It's just a title we're giving you. You don't have to fight Charlo no more. That's basically what that is. As a matter of fact, that title you don't lose. If you're going to lose somebody else, you're still going to be that. Now, I don't know how much ambassador you got to be for boxing. That just sounds unfair to me. Right? The fighter of the year should be Deontay Wilder. Period. Right? That's what it should be. Now, I know you might say, Inoue. Inouye won the Super 6 tournament or the WBSS tournament, which if you enter, you get respect here. Just entering them tournaments. Because them tournaments trying to find out who the best is. So I'm down with that, period. And you see that the tournaments, everybody's not ignoring them because people don't never want to know what the best is. That's why the WBSS tournaments have problems. Getting their feet, getting them roots in. Because you go in somebody's office and talk about, hey, we got a tournament to find out who the very best is. Man, get the hell out of here. We ain't trying to find out Barry. We want to say he is. And we're going to do everything to say he is the best. Now, learn the new rules. We ain't nobody supporting that. How can you not sell a tournament to find out who the very best is and they get the Muhammad Ali trophy afterwards and that distinction of being the very best? Yeah, whatever. Well, he knew he won that, though, so he's going to get respect for that. But his biggest win in that tournament would be Donaire, right? That would be the biggest tournament. And now Donaire, he was in a barn burner of a fight against Donaire. His eye socket is fractured as we speak because of messing around with Donaire, right? So he can't really be fighter of the year for one reason for me. Because I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. I don't know if Guillermo Rigondeaux was fighter of the year for beating Nonito Donaire. Convincingly, right? Very convincingly. Back when Donaire had only one loss from 33 fights, I think it was. Right? 33, maybe even 34 fights. He had one loss. You know when that loss was? His second fight. Or somewhere right in there. First 5 fights for sure. Early. Right? And then they didn't lose after all of that. Little old bitty Rigondeaux beat the hell out of him. I'm pretty sure he won Fight of the Year. So therefore, no, with Inoue. We take the guy who's a little bitty old heavyweight in terms of weight, right? Who highlight real Dominic Brazil, right? That could be knockout of the year, which I think it probably is. But Dominic Brazil, one punch knockout against Dominic Brazil. Let somebody else do that. Look how many punches it took Anthony Joshua. Shoot, your boy from Uganau hit Dominic Brazil with a lot of stuff. That brother from Poland, right, by way of Nigeria. Uganau, somebody, man, what is he doing right now? He's another dude. But anyway, Uganau and Brazil was a good fight, give and take fight. Brazil has punch resistance, and we all know it. But a one punch knockout up against that big old dude who ain't nobody else gonna do that to, that's something. But to follow it up against with Luis Ortiz, a one punch knockout, highlight reel knockout, dude's eyes wide open, right? I don't know. Especially when you know the backstory. You know that, hey, Brazil was his mandatory. Brazil asked Dillian White to fight. So just in case Dillian White is talking about he was mandatory. And Brazil was in front of Dillian White and said, hey, just because you talking, me and you could solve that. So the fighter would go in against Wilder with some momentum. Dominic Brazil was willing to do that. Dillian White wasn't. So he's out, right? So he knocks out Dominic Brazil like that. And Luis, the real King Kong Ortiz, after that, who nobody is trying to fight. Before Wilder, after Wilder, and won't do it until at least 5 years from now. Somebody call him up when he's in the old folks' home. Say, hey, man, you want to fight? You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to be happening, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. So Deontay Wilder in the heavyweight division and the fact that he wants to be undisputed, you have to factor that in because both of those are highlight reel knockouts against very formidable opponent. Canelo doesn't, he can't reach that if you're being honest with yourself, right? If you're being honest with yourself, you can't reach that. I think Deontay Wilder has the nod. There's probably somebody that I am forgetting right now, right? I can't really think of another one right now, but there's probably somebody that's kind of deserving that I probably missed. But let's be real. High profile, big fights, people know that people are that's dangerous, and to win them spectacularly, right? And to also have that record that you're having, I think that's fighter of the year, and I really got to be honest with you. It's hands down. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.